So we're noodling around in this territory of gain and loss. Gain and loss. I was thinking this morning about gain and loss in meditation practice itself, in our meditation practice itself, and all that goes on there, because we do want gain. We want to have good meditations. We want to make progress in meditation, don't we? Yeah. And there's this whole dance around, oh, you shouldn't want progress in meditation. No gain, no getting anywhere. Just be with things as they are, Good luck with that. Because we're so wired to get in there and to want to orient toward progress. We want to be good students. We want to make progress. Of course we do. What does that mean? I love it in John Kabat-Zinn's definition, of mindfulness, the parts where it says, paying attention, in the present moment, without censorship and without judgment. And every time I look at that, I go, yeah, in what world is that going to happen? Without censorship and without judgment, well, I'm lucky if I can go 20 seconds without censorship or judgment in my own meditation practice. We're wired to censor and to judge, for better and for worse. I like this, I don't like that. I move toward this, I want to hold on to this, I want to get rid of this. Our whole wiring, our whole evolutionary wiring is about moving toward what we imagine to be the pleasant and moving away from what we'd rather not be with, what we'd rather not have show up in our meditation, And so just being with things as they, and yet we get this instruction of Vipassana too, just be with things as they are. But not quite. Not quite. In order to be with things as they are, and the Buddha says this too, we have to build a raft. First, we have to build a raft or a platform or a launching pad or a tripod. We use the image of a camera, of a tripod, so that we can steady and calm and settle down enough to see what's going on before we can just drop in there and be with what's going on and be okay with what's going on. It's chaotic in there. First, we have to see what the heck is going on. And so we can't just be with things as they are. That's an advanced practice. That's somewhere down the line. Maybe someday I'll be able to manipulate all of this a little bit less than I do now. But first of all, I need to create something. I need to create a holding environment. So now I'm going to evaluate how I'm doing in creating the holding environment. How's it going? Where is it? Why did it slip away? Why am I wandering away so much? The judgments and the self-evaluations are so prevalent, aren't they? I love this quote by Mingyur Rinpoche. We've done some retreats with him, the Tibetan teacher. He says, ultimately, happiness comes down to choosing between the discomfort of being aware of your mental afflictions and the discomfort of being ruled by them. I love that. Yeah. The discomfort of being more aware of your mental afflictions versus the discomfort of being ruled by them and just not quite being aware, but we're still being ruled by them. The hard part is that when we begin to, okay, I just want to be with things as they are, we look in and there are mental afflictions all over the place. Well, and we don't want them and we want to get rid of them. So if we try to just step in there and say, no, I don't have to do anything at all. Everything is just the way it is. I just need to be with things just the way they are. It's really not possible in my experience. Very quickly, it's like, oh yeah, I want to be with things as they are, but not this, but not this, not this. Maybe, okay, maybe pretty soon. But first of all, you know, and there are a whole series of evals that go on in there, which is why we need self-compassion and humor in this process, because it's tremendously chaotic in here, and speedy and aggressive and clingy. And there's just a lot of, we're almost, but not quite, almost, but not quite, not quite settled. And when we get that sweet moment, when things settle down just a little bit, go, okay, here's a little bit of the holding environment. Then there is that moment. Have you all experienced this moment where something settles down a little bit? Just a little. Oh my goodness, just a little feels so good. It's like water in the desert. Oh, just a little bit. And then there's that voice that comes in. That it's another value to a voice that comes in and it goes, I think this is it. Yeah, yeah, no, this is it. This is it. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, I think I'm getting there. And now, how do I not let this slip away? Oh, wait. Wait. I don't want to grip too tightly. I don't want to grip too tightly. That's not it. Okay. Oh no. And then it starts to slip away, right? And then it starts to slip away. And there's that line. Oh, no. Oh, and the mind is off. The mind is either off quickly or not so quickly. And we want that gain. We associate that with gain. It is gain, actually. And this is the paradox of it. We do want more settledness, okay? And the practice will lead to more settledness. That is one of the measures of progress. A little bit more settledness, a little bit more ease, a little bit more a sense of just calming in the field of experience. That is a gain in meditation. We want it. It's the good kind of gain. The Buddha talked about that, the good kind of gain. And there are some places of self-awareness and settledness and cultivations that are indicative of progress in meditation. Yeah. Yeah? And the key is to find what are they and what aren't they? What are those keys? What is it okay to cultivate and to move toward? And what are the things that we want to, the spiky edges of control and judgment and censorship that are very much there in the mix, and so much evaluation, and how do we just kindly set up this platform? How do we kindly set up the holding environment? How can we be watching for all of the judgments that are there with it and not identify with those judgments? Yeah. Mm. Yeah. And so easy does it, you know? We have to be, it's not so much that we get away from gain and loss in meditation as we become more just more aware of the tendencies, of those tendencies, and more aware of what real gain is. Yeah. What is gain in meditation?